Hi, my name is Kami and I'll be your teacher today. So today we will touch on foundations of Pilates, but I will tell you that actually is going to help you a lot for your area practice. I'll just say there's contradictions in here. If you've got a high blood pressure and maybe some sort of cardiac disease, check out with your doctor if you can practice Pilates. Pilates is all about creating internal pressure in our chamber, so it helps with the elongation of the spine and a good core engagement. So check it out with your doctor before you start taking part. If you would like to take part and you're all cleared and you've got no issues, let's get cracking. So today I'm in this beautiful studio in Glasgow. It's called Our World Yoga, so it's courtesy of my teacher, Valerie Johnston. So if you would like to come and join us at any time, the studio has a full timetable and we do here aerial yoga, Pilates, mat yoga, vinyasa, and all this good stuff. So going into the meat of today's class. So why I wanted to touch on these foundations. The reason why I wanted to touch on it is because I definitely see as a teacher a lot of lack of engagement in our core. A lot of the times we focus on the top, on our front body, thinking we don't have the strength in our upper body, which sometimes is the case, but most of it is lack of core engagement and having strong core, because we sit a lot, we're not thinking about it, our core gets weak, and then we go into a class and then we don't think about it, and then we throw ourselves on the hammock, and it's a bit of a problem sometimes. So let's just talk about this core engagement and pelvic engagement while you exercise. And although this is based on Pilates, I feel like it's very much this missing link to a lot of practices, because it does really focus on the core and making sure that your spine is nice and mobile. You've got all the lovely extensions, forward folds, you've got all the lovely twists in your spine and stuff. So that's how I really, really like Pilates, and I think it's really working together with aerial yoga as well as yoga. So if you are a long-term yogi, long-term practicing yogi, you might find sometimes, depending how was your background before you started, that maybe sometimes you're compensating quite a lot through your belly. That's what happened to me. Due to my postural issues, I started doing yoga, which was amazing for me. I did feel a lot of release. But the problem was, my problems has been perpetuating because I wasn't actually strengthening the proper muscles, to make sure that my posture was correct. So this is the reason why I want to touch on it, and I'm sure it's going to help you a lot in your practice, whether it's your mat or off your mat or in your hammock, even while you're walking on a daily basis. So let's talk on 6 principles of Pilates. So there are 6 principles of Pilates, and these are, I've got a little note here in front of me. So these are breath, concentration, control, precision, center, and flow. So let me talk about it again. Breath, concentration, control, precision, center, and flow. So in Pilates, it's all about alignment, all about thinking about a lot of things in your body. And yes, there is a lot of cues, and I do understand there's a lot of cues, and sometimes it's too much. But see if you can just take whatever resonates with you at this specific time and work with it, Okay, so let's give it a start. I wanted to show you an engagement while you're standing, and that way it'll be easier to find it later on. So you want to start on feet hip width apart, and you want to stand on 3 points of your feet, so big toe, small toe, and your heels, So what you could try maybe shifting forward and back slightly, shifting your weight on your feet to feel those points, maybe side to side. And when I'm saying big toes and small toes, I'm not actually thinking about toes, I'm meaning on your foot already, So this is when I'm thinking big toe, small toe, and then your heel. Okay, so feet hips width apart, we're standing on those 3 points. Now you can even lift your toes to feel this a little bit better. Now let's have our nice and soft knees. We're gonna start shoulders back and down, extending your spine nice and long. You're gonna keep on looking forward, chin is on the shelf. We're trying to extend here as much as possible. Then, as we have that extension, let's bring the hands onto the onto the hips, and I'm going to come to the side just to show you at the moment. And then we're going to do a couple of pelvic tilts. So we're going to tilt forward and back. And while you're tilting, think about your pelvis as a bowl of water. And if you're tilting back, your water comes forward. When tilting forward, your water goes back. Just a few of those, just noticing where that pelvic is. Just keep on looking in front of you, nice and long spine if possible. And then let's find that center, neutral pelvis. So if you go neutral, you're gonna notice that you're gonna feel that there's no water coming forward, no water coming back, and that ball of water sits nicely. So now onto our breath, yeah? So centering, as we've done that, precision, we've done that. Now hands onto your rib cage. Let's take a nice big inhale, take an inhale, bring that rib cage opening up, and then exhaling through your mouth, rib cage closing. Inhaling, rib cage opening, and then exhaling, rib cage closing. So you might visualize an accordion. So when you inhale, accordion opens up, and when you exhale, accordion closes in. So let's keep on going, this nice deep inhaling and exhaling while I talk to you about other stuff. So now, as you're still inhaling nice and deep, now let's think about our core engagement. So you might think, let's visualize a belt, and we're gonna wear this belt, and this belt is really tight because we're putting it on the 10th hole, yeah? So inhale, and as you exhale, pull your belly button to the back of the spine, pulling that belt on. Really need to get it in to get the belt, and then let's release that. This belt is way too small, we cannot wear it, yeah? So let's take let's take the same belt, but now let's go into hole number 5. So wearing it, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, pull it in, going into the 5. It's a little bit better, but it's a little bit tight, so let's release that. And now we're gonna go up to the hole number 3. So inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna pull that belly button in, and then your belt is up to hole 3. And this is the engagement I want you to have. Slight engagement up to a 3, not clenching, but having this working. Now let's think about our pelvic floor engagement. So you've got pelvic floor at the bottom of your pelvis. So let's talk about pelvic engagement now. So you want visualizing a lift, and even if you're not feeling it yet, see if you can just have that intention of pulling those muscles up. So finding your front, finding your back, finding your center, and let's take an inhale, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up to floor 10 as much as you can, and then release it down. The core is still engaged though. Now let's go to floor 5. So inhaling, pulling it up to a floor 5, and then release it down. Last one, up to a floor 3. Inhale, pull it up to the floor 3, and then that's engagement, what I want you to have. And just by doing it, you're probably feeling your core working, you're feeling your pelvic floor working, and that's what I want you to really think when you're moving. So when you're moving in your aerial, see if you can have that engagement first happening before you move, and that's really gonna change a lot in your practice. So me, I'm still holding that engagement here. So if you're still doing it, you're definitely gonna feel your abs working. So how about we do a homework and we try to do this engagement once a day for a bit. So you could check that video once a day and let me know how you're feeling after that in the comments. And if you would like to support my channel, what's the best here to do is actually watch another video or send this video to another person, because it's the watch time that matters the most for my channel. So thanks a lot for joining, and I'll see you on the next one. Hope you enjoyed it.